Yo, we going live from the Windy City Heat. Kings Collective, where the real ones meet. Mic check, 1, 2, clear the tweet. Best new podcast, we taking a sheet. From Chi-Town blocks to the ear of the masses. Dropping heavy knowledge, no rose-colored glasses. Talking king moves, not just pawns and passes. Street philosophy, no hall passes. K-I-N-G, sound out, feel the vibe. Collective with a K, where truths reside. Nothing smoother, no need to hide. Chicago pride, we on this ride. K-I-N-G, sound out, feel the vibe.
King's Collective Podcast. Get in tune.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was like.
Yes, that is, yes. Pedro
Wow.
Oswald.
I was on point.
The food and everything is done.
Okay.
So we have got spaghetti. Wasn't able to go get the other stuff that we the potato salad and everything. But we got chicken,
Okay.
bratwurst, hamburgers,
Okay.
and you're more than welcome to grab you a plate. You can eat on camera because the day is about y'all. It's not about us. It's about
So I
y'all.
missed
No, everybody ain't even been here yet. You're actually the first one that's here. You and Jarvis.
Oh, can I go by my artist name?
Yes, you can.
My Scars. Okay? So My Scars is finna give y'all some of this poetry
when you edit
motherfucking work. But here we go, Tan. Because we talking about the Anthony Edwards situation, I feel this one fit. Tell me what you think about it, man. My love for her transcended the distant spheres of the furthest star. While she could not envision us past the atmospheres of tomorrow, eyes refusing to align and see the same picture. Horror films of actuality are portrayed as romantic comedies of inevitability. She was the perfect mistake. The dreams knew her as the beautiful nightmare. Faded for infinity like finding the end to a perfectly symmetrical circle, when in reality, infinity was nothing more than a nomad searching for forever.
So what?
Prior perceptions of devils are false.
Yes.
She was born absent of pitchfork and horns and showed herself in the form of everything you ever wanted. She was my drug that only allowed me to get as high as her fall was from grace.
Oh, the macaroni salad. Yeah.
At first sight, have become cautionary tale.
Grace.
And baby, it was perfect nirvana in the depths of hell.
Plates.
And then
Grab some pork.
Our
Grab
lacerations
some
of
pork.
love.
No, the whole set, matter of fact. It's something
And my
like
soul
that.
just
Well, if they trying to eat now, we can just get them like a regular fork now. We can just do it like that.
Life is a
I'm
gift
rolled
that
out
stay
for a
present.
Okay.
Wake me up like evanescence. My creator, my tourniquet, and my part on to reach salvation.
Okay.
I shot dice with a life that made no ill
Hold on a
translation.
second. Get back real quick.
Oh, my bad, man.
no, you good. You good.
Knock me out my flipper.
My bad. I was just trying to move the table. So I
It's
didn't want
all good,
I
guy.
didn't want to move the table and then you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, please, I appreciate it, sir. Yes, sir.
Ah!
No.
How about that? Okay, there you go. It's not a lot of moments where you get to appreciate people for the things that they've done and give them their flowers because today is not promised the same way tomorrow isn't. And here at the Kings Collective, we've surpassed our 1-year anniversary. And we've had so many guests in the midst of this 1-year anniversary. One of our earlier guests was MzKokoa Teaches. Now, when we first met her, she let us know that she's a radio personality, a singer, a real life teacher of education, a college student, a mother, a beautiful Black woman, a powerful, beautiful Black woman, and not a boss, but she's a leader and a boss. What was the thing? See, sometimes you can be a dope boss, or you can be a boss,
And not a leader.
but you're not a leader.
Mm-hmm.
So in times you have to be a leader when you're a boss because anybody can manage.
Mm-hmm.
But when you teach, when you're managing, it's more stronger than anything.
Say that.
That's like the most beautiful insight in everything. And we were honored to have her. I think it was like
The summer.
the summertime. It was like, last year it was hot as hell that day.
Hot as hell.
And we had the privilege. And when I say the privilege and an honor, because I am honored and we are honored to have these guests on our show. And we are here once again for the King's Collective Guest Appreciation Day with MzKokoa. Make some noise!
Yeah.
MzKokoa!
What's that?
How you doing, lady?
I'm great. I'm fabulous. Feeling good on purpose.
Mm.
Feeling good on purpose.
That speaks so many bars right there.
Man.
That's strong.
Feeling good on purpose. It's a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, 2025 came in 2025.
Man.
Listen, man, it was a whole lot, and I watched you last year go through something that was so detrimental to the Black community and the reason why I say the Black community, because you was going through it, but the people that were on social media doing the bullshit, and you stayed strong through it all. And I had to reach out to her. So, like, if y'all don't know, her daughter ran away. And this woman still had to get up and go to work and make shit happen. And I had never seen, and I don't use the word friend a lot, but I seen a friend on Facebook in a cry for help. And when I seen people mocking her about the fact that her daughter was missing, and you could tell how strong she is. She's not a woman that cry like that. And she was crying because she was missing her baby. And when I had to reach out to her and say, hey man, look, I'm fucking here for you. I'm here for you. And by God's graces, her daughter came home.
Yeah.
Her daughter came home.
What you doing, man? I mean, nothing but God.
Her daughter came home.
Nothing but God.
And what struck me was that through all the bullshit of people saying shit, she never one time got out of character. She never one single solitary time came on a post snapping off. None of that shit. She stayed God's child in that situation.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me they was casting every type of stone and you refused to let them motherfuckers set up furniture and start making channels in your mind? That's discipline, Queen.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
It was a massive discipline.
That's discipline.
And when I seen it,
Yes.
you know what it taught me? Every action does not deserve the reaction that it's looking for.
Say that shit again for the one who's fucking back.
Like, bro,
Absolutely.
every action does not deserve the reaction that it's looking for.
Absolutely.
And I said, man, I just want to snap. I want to snap the
But
fuck off.
you know what? It was times where I wanted to, because it's like, this is my baby.
Y'all playing on my
I
top.
have 4 kids. My oldest 3 are boys. 28, 23, and at the time 17.
So what you saying? Good black don't crack like that now?
I'm 43, y'all.
Oh my.
And she's my baby. Okay, so when I seen these things that were being said, it's like, look, I get what y'all saying because, like, with me having my talk show, with me living my life the way that I live my life in a spiritual manner.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been through so much to where God has taught me to be unbothered by bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Unbothered by nonsense. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to please God and serve my purpose. I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. Do I ever not flip my top? I do. It's times where I have to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm come get my point across,
Whether you like it or not.
It might have
Huh.
to,
But you want to be collected inside the situation.
When it comes to social media for me, I know that there's trolls, okay? I have a brand. I'm a teacher. I'm a mother. I'm a child of God first. You're not finna bait me in to put some bull crap on social media that's never gonna ever be deleted. You know what I'm saying? I already know what God's purpose is for me and how far I'm going. You know what I mean? So I don't need nothing coming back to me like, well, you did. No, I didn't. I didn't do none of that.
I'll tell you a secret. I'll tell you a secret.
Yes.
I'll tell you a secret.
Yes.
Hit some of they motherfucking inboxes. I ain't gonna lie. Told a few motherfuckers they was gonna die. Like literally hit that inbox and it wasn't like no typing. It was voice recordings.
Ooh. So they heard the
Hey man, y'all on that motherfucker playing with that lady topping this about her daughter. If y'all know where she at, let her know where she at. If y'all don't, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because on everything it's easy to find y'all. Chicago small. Quit fucking playing with her.
Tell you. And the
next motherfucker.
The team of people that was working with me to help me find her. Shout out to Dreadhead Cowboy.
Dreadhead Cowboy.
Shout out. The private investigator, I believe his name is Kevin.
I ain't gonna lie, don't Dreadhead Cowboy sound like Daffy Duck a little bit? I'm just
What the fuck, man?
I told him yesterday in his live, I was like, bro, I've been trying to figure out what you sound like, bro. Sound like Daffy Duck a little bit. The team of investigators don't team.
Hell no, man. You funny as hell. Oh my God. But yeah, like, it was all good because I was depending on God to bring my baby home. I didn't care what nobody was saying or thinking because I know what type of mother I am. A lot of people were saying, well, what are you doing to her to make her run away? These children nowadays, and I get this from being a mom and a teacher, a lot of these babies don't like accountability.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't.
And they don't like rules and structure, and when they get in that mode, I don't know, it's between the ages of 13 and like 16, they just want to do what they want to do, and they think, hey,
I got a nephew right now. My nephew's 16 years old. And that motherfucker told me one day, he said, oh, man, I just be saying what be in my head. I said, fam, you can't do that, bro.
Right.
I said, you gotta have emotional intelligence.
Yes.
He was like,
that's what they
wait
say.
a minute. Can you break down the definition of that shit?
Emotional
intelligence.
So my thought process is that we don't deal with common sense anymore. We dealing in the time of emotional intelligence, which in where it's not about what you say or how you say it. It's in between of if you should say it and if you shouldn't say it, and if you should do it or you don't do it. And a lot of times these kids do not have emotional intelligence. People, I honestly think that it happened like during COVID. During that isolation time, people being inside the house, they got so in tune with themselves and got so in tune with other bullshit that they don't have emotional intelligence to say, hey man, I was wrong.
That's an
I fucked up. I fucked up. The mirror is a hard place to look in when you know that you be on bullshit. And these people in this day and time, without emotional intelligence have made it easy for themselves to look in the mirror as if it's normal. You can't.
Absolutely.
You can't lie to God.
Okay.
You can't lie to yourself.
You really can't lie to you.
Right.
You can't lie to
You know the
yourself.
fucking truth.
But listen, without emotional intelligence, people have started lying to themselves
Yeah.
and believing it.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous motherfucker right there, boy.
It
Bro,
is.
that's a dangerous
That's
motherfucker.
a dangerous motherfucker. When you know what you do.
Hey, yo, Alex. Yo, Alex.
No.
Can we get a lemon lime soda, please?
Man, that's tough though, man. That's strong.
I find myself mentoring my students a lot. Because, like, examples, I'm teaching an English class, and I had a student to write her name in lowercase letters. Everything was lowercase. And I said, ma'am, I need you to capitalize persons, places, things, okay? And she said, well, this is how I write. I said, well, it's incorrect, honey. I need you to correct it. I'm not correcting anything. This is how I write. I said, well, you're going to get an F. You know?
I don't care. None of your answers are correct.
Nothing.
Hold on. Before you pour that in, I need you to lick your hand for me.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, we here.
Mm-hmm.
They could have been anywhere in the world. They here with us.
I know that's right. But yeah, so, you know, and I just wanted her to understand, I said, because a lot of these children, they feel like the world is supposed to revolve around them. When it's, I get where you're at. However, you're going to grow from this. You're going to become an adult.
Man.
And when you become an adult, you're going to be placed into this whole world. And this whole world don't give a shit about you.
They don't at all.
At the end of the day. You have to adapt and adjust to what this world wants you to adapt and adjust to. Now, yes, you are supposed to keep your own individuality. However, you need to do it respectfully, realistically. You know what I'm saying?
That's the one right there.
You cannot just be out here treating people any kind of way, doing any kind of thing. Yes, I know that you see this, and that. But at the end of the day, when you're doing things that you should not do, there's certain places that you will go.
Let me ask you a question, because you're a teacher.
And I got one for you out here.
I think a lot of these teachers these days make themselves too accessible to students these days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got another example, y'all.
Like, I remember when I was a kid, seeing a teacher outside of class was like a myth. It was mythological. Like, I never forget. It was like Christmas time, bro. I was in a brickyard with my mama. We was doing Christmas shopping. We on Christmas break, and I seen one of my teachers, bro, and I was stuck. I was like, I never seen this motherfucker before outside of this shit. These teachers these days, they student friend on social media. They get a student, they phone number. Bro, on my life, bro. On my life.
Yes.
And the only reason why I'm saying this is because
There's some different teachers.
I know a female that's a teacher, and me and her used to mess around. I still love you, but I gotta tell her. I'm not gonna take her name though. I'm not gonna take her name.
Gotta keep confidential.
But she hit my. She was like, I'm just so distraught today, and I was like, why? She was like, because one of my students called me and told me that they didn't think about living no more and whoa. And I was like, yeah, I understand that, and that's sad. I said, but why the fuck do they got your number?
Yeah. Well, you know,
I ain't mad at that one.
today is a different time too.
Yeah.
What I've come to find teaching, because I've been teaching for about 4 years now. What I've come to find, I teach between 5th and senior, and mostly high school. So what I've come to find with these high schoolers, they are dealing with so much emotionally and mentally. Like they have like craziness going on in their homes. So most of these kids, Like in my English class, I would put up 4 questions every day.
You coming to the door right
And 4 of those questions would be things about them,
Nope,
like
come to the door.
what's the tea and what you do after school yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, just to dip into their life a little bit, get some conversation.
Because a lot of them need it because it's honestly, I remember when, okay, so you 43, I'm 42. I remember when we was kids and we was in high school and we was young, it was just like a handful of latchkey kids. If y'all know what latchkey kids is, these are kids that come home and they parents
At work.
and their parents are at work, their parents are not there. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine.
And it's so
Y'all
much
can
of
actually
that.
sit out there, fellas.
It's so much of that going on now.
And now in every household, it seems like the mama work a third shift job,
Yeah.
and she work overtime, and
all day.
you know what I'm saying, the whole nine. And no, you're fine, you're great. You don't mind the phone. And so I used to work at I did security at the Rock and Roll BP downtown. And it would be like 2:00 in the morning, and I would see a group of kids walking there, ranging from like fucking 15 to like 20. And I'd be like, yo, where the fuck is y'all mom at? And they would come in the store and they'd be like, third shift working. So it's like, I can understand now where a teacher would be their safe haven.
Yeah, because I've definitely had to mentor some kids.
Mm-hmm.
And be there for them, you know, like I had one student before, he had 8 siblings. And I would ask him because he was so smart. And I'm like, why you not getting your work done? He's like, well, when I get home, I gotta cook and I gotta make sure my siblings cool, you know, because my mama work. Because now it's like, with us, our age range growing up, you can have a lot of things. Well, I don't know what your background is like, but I know that my background was you got your necessities. Yeah, you gonna get a few of these wants. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part,
And the biggest time that you get them wants is when like Christmas or
right.
when you get them report call.
So a lot of people our age are in places where it's like my kids ain't going. So what we messed up at is we're spoiling them with all of these material things. So it's like, I want. So the parent is going to be gone working all day because I want to make sure my children happy and they got a place to live and their house is fabulous and da-da-da-da-da. And even some of these kids in these interviews.
But there's no love.
There you go. Your baby need a hug. I remember my students told me, yeah, my parents always saying you could talk to me about anything, but as soon as we tell them something, they get mad and cuss us out and all this and that. Now, one thing that I decided to do with my kids is to have an open door of communication. Now, there's gonna be boundaries because I'm still your mom.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
But I want you to feel comfortable talking to me. My major in college is psychology. So I know how important it is to be able to get out some things that you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? To be able to talk to someone about these emotions that you're feeling without being
and not
judged.
being judged. Oh, I'm just gonna say that. And not
Without
be fucking
being
judged.
Now, with me being your mama, I'm still gonna tell
Hey, boy, you better
like
check
a
it,
mama. You know what I'm
motherfucker.
saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna talk to you as a human being. That's where we get lost at, not treating people, our children, or others, like a human being.
Right.
Like, it's no gender when you're talking about just human being. All of us have emotions.
Right.
All of us have thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So if we can all try to relate to each other in that way, we would have a better outcome when it comes to a lot of these things that we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You just got so many people out here that's, why you doing, Like, why we judging each other?
You judging me, and the whole time, you eating booty. It's stupid, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? like, how the fuck is you gonna judge me when you got dookie crumbs on you?
No.
This nigga stupid.
Hey, let's go.
He don't have no Dookie Grill.
Like you judging me when you out here selling coochie.
Hello.
You judging me, and your wife don't know you got a boyfriend.
Ooh.
Is the nigga paying some of the bills though?
Oh my God.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Oh
Like
Lord.
you know the light bill got paid yesterday. Four. Who that? Yeah.
Oh, hey, talking about Won't he doing?
She wonder why her pH balance off.
Man.
But back to it.
So hold on. So I gotta ask you because
I'm gonna lose the question.
today is what's your question?
My question is this: because you're an educator, you say 4 years worth of education, that's a beautiful thing, and you gave a wide range, just a big range. Which ones, from that 5th to that senior level, do you find the most complications with on the actual learning and knowing of the material? Is it before you get them, the building blocks been missed, or keeping them steered the right direction? Come on, this is an open space. You got to talk about it.
This is so like depressing when man. The most struggles that I find are within the 7th to sophomore year.
What's the foundational piece that you believe is missing the most?
Structure.
Yeah. Love.
These kids be needing hugs.
Can't do enough.
These kids be needing hugs. These kids need someone to actually give a fuck. They don't have people that give a fuck like they should. And a lot of times the give a fuck person is the teacher.
To the King's Collective in the honest hour.
Collective in the honest hour.
You better not drink that like
That's
that,
right.
motherfucker. Cup. Look at your ass, boy. Come on, man.
My bad, man. Let me tell you something.
Can I be great with you?
Sorry.
Can I be great with you?
So inside this, because this is what we have plans on doing is guest appreciation. And we talked during the summertime. And at that point in time, we know somebody, CEO! Love you, my nigga.
Right there.
That's what's up.
That was our first.
I wanna-
Yes.
Yes. I want to know, what has MzKokoa been doing since the interview on the King's Collective podcast? And that was like, believe it or not, that was like episode 5.
Okay.
How many episodes deep are you?
We're like, what, 25 episodes now? We don't do counting.
We stopped counting.
Yeah, we stopped counting.
Podcast.
We just
For real,
done.
because I don't count.
Okay.
So,
I don't count and be like episode 1, 2, 3. I don't know where the fuck we at right now. We got so much footage, it's crazy.
She's supposed to be
Keep
at.
it going. That's all.
So where's MzKokoa at now?
Well, MzKokoa is definitely in a I just actually, y'all go check me out, okay? MzKokoa Teaches on IG and Facebook. My career has elevated as far as being a radio personality.
Yes, it has. I'm not supposed to be on the show, but we're not gonna talk about that. Keep going.
The opportunity to work with some nice names in the industry as far as my acting goes. If y'all go to my IG page, I will see. Okay, so shout out to Boom Too Funny.
Boom Too Funny. Hey, yo, your skits
Hey, that barbershop skit, yeah.
are hilarious.
Thank
Like,
you.
you work your ass off those skits. Like,
Yes.
so
And believe it or not, all of my skits are improv.
yeah,
Just
We
off
never
the
write.
cuff?
We
Yeah, I'm
never
good.
write.
Okay, then that's
We don't
what
write.
Chicago
you don't supposed to
However,
write.
However, we do, my partner and I, James Acting Up, shout out to James Acting Up.
Man, level up.
We have some stuff coming up for y'all that we are writing. We will be doing a casting call soon. Because we need more people all the time. If y'all do get y'all comedians, y'all better reach out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to come do some.
What's up?
I'm serious.
Every Saturday y'all be filming?
Every Saturday we be filming.
Oh.
Well, every other Saturday we film, but I would definitely miss a few shows to make it happen.
Yeah, because you don't have to come every time, you know. But yeah, we have some.
Hold on. Can we come?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So
The more the merrier.
we have 25 episodes out. I was just told this, and you're on episode 12. So that's what we doing. That's what we doing with the guest appreciation. You could have been on episode 3 or episode 25.
How you see
Just as we're here to be able to network
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
each other, because a lot of times we go on the film like
is
network
amazing.
bring the network.
Yes. Because you know, it really don't. Like, I understand your network is your net worth. I understand that
Man.
more now. You know what I'm
Network.
saying? Because my network is amazing. You guys look out for the Culture Corner. We'll be coming back with that this year.
Yeah, and I owe her a free
I am
show.
on the group chat, just to let you know.
Yeah.
I owe her a free show.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I owe MzKokoa a free comedy show. I do.
Yes. So the Culture
Yeah.
Corner is coming.
Now what I'm asking,
Mm-hmm.
because I've never did this before.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's a free show,
I mean, you can't stop it nowhere.
can I get 3 minutes headline?
Yes. Absolutely. That won't be a problem at all. And you're a poet.
Yes, he is.
You need to come do some poetry.
Yeah.
Because the Culture Corner is open to comedians, poets, musicians, bands. Like, we don't stop, okay? It's the culture for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing for me. Like, I'm so Black love, Black power, like, you know what I'm saying? To where Chi-Town is amazing when it comes to the talent that we have.
I wish it was more amazing to the collaborations
Yeah.
and to the bullshit.
Talk about it.
But it's good that we ain't entwined with the bullshit.
Yes.
Our shit is genuine,
Yeah.
authentic, and it's blessed.
You know what I
Yeah.
learned?
That part.
I had somebody come to me and say, "Hey, bro, let's start up a fake beef."
What?
Listen.
Just to give
Listen.
you
Listen, right? I had somebody say, "Hey, let's get some. I just want to put a fake beef and run this beef for like 6 months and get these views." Now imagine the time that it was said. If I would have started it right now, the views and the subscribers would have probably been through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
But I said to myself, I said, you know what? No, I would rather collab with this person
Yeah.
and make it better. I said, because you don't know who I know in the streets.
Yeah.
I don't know who you know in the streets. And I would rather collab. I don't do an interview because some shit was intertwined between me and some person at one point where it was like, if I do this interview, I don't know how my spirit is when I come there.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that I was going to do the person that had me on the show was a very beautiful, honest person. And I said, hey, I can't do it right now. Let's wait and figure this out and what we gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not for the bullshit. And right now, where my soul was at, I was on some bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And it's great that you had enough emotional intelligence.
That word again?
Oh my.
Emotional intelligence.
That's what I had.
To be self-aware enough to
Self-awareness.
say, hey, I'm back out on this one,
I'm
but
back
I
out
got
on
you. We gonna figure this out. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna have to do it a different way.
Man.
You know?
The radio station.
Mm-hmm.
You've been going crazy.
Yeah. I've been doing radio for 8 years now, and I started, y'all believe it or not, I started doing radio at home in my bedroom. And even then, like, I knew it was something that I was supposed to do because God blessed it. Like, I was interviewing B-listers and A-listers in my bedroom. You know what I'm saying? They weren't my house. It was just over the phone.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm like, okay, God. You know, because I was just having opportunities and getting access to so many different people. And I'm like, okay, this is something that
That shit takes sleepless nights.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sleep.
But I'm gonna tell you what, Miss Coco, when you on purpose, in purpose, how the fuck you supposed to feel?
I know that's
You
right.
feel me? How you
I know that's
supposed to
right.
feel?
And what I admire about you is that you promote your brand like a motherfucker. And what I tell a lot of people is this: is
A lot of chicks.
how you think you're gonna make it? How do you think you're gonna make it if you're not up at 2:00 in the morning,
4 o'clock.
4:00 in the morning,
You know,
posting
even
your
if you
shit?
don't feel like it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Hey yo,
Yo,
hey,
what's good?
it be sometime that Alex calls my phone
4 o'clock on a Saturday.
and I don't even be want to fucking talk.
Mhm.
He'd be like, hey bro, you know, we sort of do this and we sort of do this. And I'd be like, I got all these clips in my phone. It's 2:00 in the morning. Let me go and post this right now.
Mhm.
Let me go do this right now.
That's what I'm doing. Accepting the invite
Yeah.
to collaborate.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I admire that about you because you stand on your brand.
Thank you.
And it's a beautiful and I'm definitely coming for the interview.
Absolutely.
I am. I'm my emotional intelligence have grown.
Okay.
And where I'm at, it's time. All the shit has been figured out.
Yeah.
But that day,
Yeah, and I understand.
and that's what I liked about the situation was because when I came to her and I talked to you, she was like, "Wow, I'm sorry to hear that." And I was like, "But if we could do it again, let's make it happen."
Yeah.
And I'm here for it. You know how many times I done told people, like, hey, bro, I can't do it because my son and the motherfucker done been like, damn, I ain't fucking then. That's my last time reaching out. Okay, all right. Well, whatever. No, she said, okay, all right. And then
Just in the situation.
last week, I hit a line and I'm like, yo, we doing guest appreciation. And I wanted you back on the show to come and be appreciated. And she didn't hesitate at all. Now she might have been a little bit late, but she had to find a blouse.
Yeah.
We on, man. We on, man.
I'm so mad because I still didn't find the blouse that I was looking for. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to cheat her friend.
Hell no.
Girl shit.
Hey, blouse, where the fuck you at?
Looking for your ass.
That's crazy.
Even your own motherfucking people, dog.
Yo,
Dog.
oh,
Look,
You fucked me up with that. I ain't
look right. So look right. I called her and I was like, yo, so what time you slide? She was like,
one for that one. Now.
and she was like, yeah, I'm coming on. I'm trying to get ready, but I can't find my blouse. She must really like that blouse.
Envision, cause like I'm a fashionista, so I envision my outfits before I put them on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's gonna look
Hey, talk a
dope.
little later, fellas. You know.
That's gonna look dope. You know what I'm saying? And so I had already had the outfit planned out in my head. So you know, I'm a Gemini. Like, I
Oh,
can't.
snap.
What's your
When? June 4th.
May 28th.
Hey. Yeah.
Weird.
Yes.
So yeah, you know, I had it already in my head.
I'm not gonna lie. May Geminis
Are different.
are way different than June Geminis. I'm not gonna lie.
What's the difference? Because I got a
The
picture.
June
Okay,
was
wait a minute,
crazy.
wait a minute. I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna explain to you, right?
And male, females are different too.
I've never got a disgusting taste for MzKokoa, talking to her, being in her presence, none of that shit. But my ex-wife,
Yeah, Gemini? When?
My ex-husband
June 1st.
is a June
What?
Gemini.
Did the fuck?
My ex-husband is a June Gemini.
Hey,
bro,
man.
Hey,
Y'all.
I'm not gonna fucking nut.
I'm gonna share on the Gemini, the June Gemini. What I believe is at the end of the day
All right.
is if
You been doing
we
style?
are
This nigga
the
just crushed his cup with his thighs.
Yeah. I want to fall.
What?
I believe at the end of the day, it's all about higher self and lower self.
Yeah.
If you decide, because you can be whatever sign you want to be, right? Or is. However, if you operating in higher self or lower self makes a difference.
It does.
You know
it
what I'm
does.
saying?
But I ain't
You
gonna lie
could
though. I'm an August Leo.
be. Okay.
July Leos are a little retarded. I'm not gonna
Damn,
front.
you bad way about him for real?
Yeah, bro. They,
What's wrong with him? I gotta hear that.
bro,
I don't know,
look,
because
I ain't met a few of them motherfuckers.
look, bro. July Leos, bro. They have to be
the center of
seen.
attention.
They have to be the center
You're
of
right.
attention. They have whether it's positive or it's negative. They have to be fucking seen. August Leo, bro,
More laid back.
more laid back, enjoys being seen, but also I'd rather be sought than seen.
That's the one. Right there. That's the
That
one.
part.
Soft, then sing.
Sought than seen. A July Leo would do everything. Run through a fucking brick wall just to be seen. August Leo would be like, nigga, that's a brick wall.
Right.
I could run through that bitch, but
I know I can run through that bitch, but you know what?
I ain't gonna do
I
that.
don't want the scars.
Right. Right.
Scars. I don't want scars. A main Gemini be like, to tweet the fuck out, or I can get you 3 years later.
And look, when I get you 3 years later,
You ain't even.
you ain't gonna expect
You
it. I'm gonna do it in such a pleasant way, but then you gonna
You
be
gon-
thinking like,
I'm gonna do this in a pleasant way. You gonna like it.
ooh,
But June Gemini is like, I'm gonna get you right now. I don't care if I kill myself doing it.
man, I'm gonna take a shot today and hey, look.
Bro, I swear to God, bro, on my life, bro.
Fuck
It's-
that's your hard.
those Jules from that.
Look, it's the same way with Virgos.
Man.
That was
Took camera real quick.
Virgos.
Took camera real quick.
King's Collective Podcast. Get in tune.